All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we've got two people watching. So, um, for those that I guess either don't know, I would suggest watching my previous video that I posted. It basically explains everything that you need to know. Like, absolutely, it explains mostly. And if you want to watch Kai's video, it's linked down below. But before I did this stream, I I did a little short video trying to explain everything. But basically, short summary: Kai Weiss decided to strike my video on him after King Barney reminded him of my existence. So your words into this. I know what you said regarding his name and it being destroy whites. That was very neat, very neat. But again, this is Kai we're talking about, and Kai is that kind of person. At the end of the day, that being said, Harley TBS did a like look. Me and Harley have our differences. You guys know I've criticized Harley before. I've made memes about him, but the video was pretty fucking solid. And this is something that a lot of people don't really understand about the drama is no one's defending me or my specific actions. That's not what's happening here. And you can look in actually we'll be taking a look at his comments section because I think that he has one of the most brain dead fan bases in fucking existence in this art in the art CC. He's got to have one of the most brain dead fan bases, one of the most. And I'll stand by that statement 100%. And I'll show you. I'll fucking show you. That being said, he he said that he wasn't going to address Harley's video, and that's true. But the problem is he's saying that it's not false copyright, but then he's not addressing why it's not false copyright. Like he one of his points, and I can't play the video because he will strike this. Knowing him, he will. He will get, and that'll be a second strike on the channel, and we're not having that. We're not having that. But you can watch the video yourself. It's 18 minutes. Everyone is talking about racist instead of talking about the strike. Yeah, this whole idea that I'm a racist because I said nigga, or what was it? What were the other things that they tried to say that I'm a racist for? Um, it's fucking wild. He is really dumb. Oh, Prince. Oh, hey, Emmy. Hey, Emmy. Yeah. It's either they. I mean, he tried to say that Harley was a racist too. So he denies using the race card, and then the moment push comes to shove, right? Push comes to shove, he throws the race card out there. He throws the race card out there. Let's see here. That was just a message I was checking. But that being said, hold on, boys. I will add you in a second. Hold on. Give me a second. I will add you into the stage in a second. But Harley basically went over a lot of things really that was pretty good, and even on Twitter and even in the video itself. Kai's claiming that he did it for copyright reasons, but the timeline from when he replied to Barney to the current thing suggests otherwise, right? Because let's hear Kai out. Let's hear Kai out. He says that he did it because YouTube notified him of it. That is quite the quite the odd coincidence that right after, a minute after Barney's comment where he says that he's going to say hi in his very own way, guys. Right after, a minute after, my video gets copyright striked, which either means that YouTube notified him when my video came out, but he didn't strike it because he knew it was fair use, or means he striked it after the Barney comment. That's all you get. That's literally your only two options there. That's the only two possibilities. So either he striked it and he didn't get notified and he striked it after the Barney comment, or he did get notified when the video first came out by YouTube, but he knew it wasn't copyright infringement and didn't strike it up until the Barney comment. Which someone please find him. I would love for him to come on this stream. I really would, because we wouldn't be here without him. We wouldn't be here. I've been growing in subs. I've been growing in Twitter followers. And to those that are new to the channel and are on my side, and here, you know what? I have to say this. I don't want to have to say this, but I have to say this. The community is consistent right now, and I like that. I don't really care if people are trying to defend what I did to Kai. I don't. Because at the end of the day, that's completely irrelevant. But Kai and his fans, his brain dead fucking fans, are trying to suggest that they're defending my supposed harassment. That's not what's happening here. That's not what's happening at all. What's being defended is my right as a content creator, not the supposed harassment that I did. I don't have a Patreon. I don't. I should get. I might get one when I start actually releasing certain stuff. Like certain stuff, I'll probably I'll think about doing a Patreon. But I don't like the idea of Patreon too much. Not unless I'm actually providing something worth people purchasing. And my content is just now getting to a point where I'm okay with it. I'm trying to get it better in editing, right? So here's you guys want to know why I used so much of Kai's video, which is like 12 to 13 minutes, and his video is 14 minutes. The reason why I use so much is because in his Sin drama, the thing that he kept saying that he wouldn't shut the fuck up about was Sin taking him out of context. He would constantly keep saying that over and over. You can go watch the videos yourself. His response to Sin, both of them. That's all he keeps bringing up is, oh, you took this out of context. You take this out of context. So I provided the full fucking context. I let him finish his points. But me doing that now means that he can strike it because it's supposedly copyright infringement. Now, Kai's a little bit of a hypocrite, guys. Just a dash of hypocrisy, but that's not surprising now, is it? I mean, this guy, like, if real life had the points like Skyrim, you know, like the 100 intelligence or charisma, he would have, like, Kai himself has his own little category called contradictions or inconsistency, or hell, you can call it hypocrisy. Whatever that is, he's got a 100 in it, okay? That motherfucker is pristine. He should be the deity of contradictions, okay? The deity of hypocrisy. That's what he should be. Now, that being said, he's the Prince of Hypocrisy. There we go. That's a good name. That's a good nickname. Prince of Hypocrisy. Or inconsistency. Which one do you guys think? We'll do a vote. Do a number 1 for, and you can, if you guys are watching this live or if you're watching this after the stream, do a 1 for Prince of Inconsistency. Do a 2 for Prince of Hypocrisy, and do a 3 for Prince of Contradictions, or whatever, you know? You can do your own suggestions. Oh, I didn't, inconsistency. Just do a 1 or a 2 or a 3. And then we'll tally up the vote afterwards. But with that being said, the reason I say that, right? He says that he had no malice flagging you, yet he gets mad. He gets so mad speaking about you. Yeah. And what's funny is he says that he has no malice, but when he was first addressing the allegations, his whole argument was he was trying to punish me, which is just another contradiction. Oh boy, the irony with this one. But you know, him saying that I'm like Yagami because I fucked with the commentary community. Like actually 2 years ago. It's been 2 years. It was 2019 September and October where I used Light Yagami stills and I used him as my profile picture and I talked about justice and punishment. Like I was legitimately LARPing a social justice warrior with Light Yagami. Now, the main point that I was talking about earlier is if you look at Sin's initial video where he talked about, what was it titled? Is this guy worse than prison mate Luke? Go check that out. It's 8 minutes and 40 seconds. It's 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Kai put 8 minutes and 23 seconds of that in his response video, which is 20 minutes in length. 20 minutes and something seconds. So 20 minutes of Kai's video is 8 minutes and there's 20 minutes of Kai's video, and 8 minutes of that and 23 seconds, 22 to 23 seconds roughly, is Sin's video. And his response to that, gang, his response to that, to his hypocrisy, you ready for this? Because he made the video float, because he made it float, it's no longer, copyright infringement. So if I made his video float, guys, it wouldn't, we wouldn't be here. If I just made the video float, like what? It's so fucking stupid. Like, I shouldn't have to make a video float because some fucking retard on the internet is going to get angry. If you know what Kira the Wolf was doing, then you know what his friend was drawing, and he acts like I don't know what Kuro the Wolf has to do with this. That confuses the fuck out of me. I don't know what he has to do with this. Oh, okay. Here's, you know what? I'll bring this up because people are going to be talking about this because he brought it up in his video, like as if people were denying it. But yeah, I rated his stream. Like I've pretty much been public about that. We fucked around in his stream. Like the only thing we did was just make fun of the shit that he says. Like that's all I can remember from that stream. And it happened for like 4 minutes, I think. It was like 4 minutes. It happened for like 4 minutes and that was it. And I was mostly just and I myself, like if you can look at the side chat and you can see the shit that I talk about. Like I was bringing up legitimate points. And also I don't know if I came back on an alt in that. I think once I got banned, it was like a one and done. He says that I can't stream. Like he puts this little message, right? He puts this little like over dramatic message up when he starts to show the stream in the video, and he's like, I can't stream without getting raided by Akumu. I raided his stream once, and that was months ago. That was months back. Like I think early this year was when it happened. It was early as fuck. Like. I can't even fucking remember like when it happened. And I usually have a pretty good fucking memory. So that's got to tell you that it's been a little bit since that happened. And it only happened once. I only rated his stream once. And I've never denied rating streams. I just rate streams differently. And then a lot of people try and say that I dox while rating streams, but never fucking. Actually, his audience brings that up too, the whole doxing claims and stuff. Even Harley's does. It's very fucking out there. All right, so there's Joe, there's Light. Let me see if anyone else is wanting on. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. The picture is done. The picture is done. So the official artwork for the channel is done. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're gonna have an official look, gang. You know what? I'll do a video about that. I'll do a very short video, and I'll probably change my YouTube profile picture to it. But I'm going to let the boys on. Keep talking in chat. Share the stream around because we're going to talk about his video. And hopefully I'm going to try and see if I can find other people to hop on. But I don't want too many people on at once. And this is only going to go for like roughly 30, 40, maybe 50 minutes. I don't want to go too out there. I just want to have fucking fun. So hold on. Let me add Joe. And all right. What's up, boys?
All right, I don't know if you plan on still using it, but I'm 85% of the way through the filter.
Okay.
Like,
okay. I don't know. I don't know if I want to fucking play the stream because I don't want to play it on stream because he'll take the opportunity to fucking do it. If he's willing to do it because of, let's see here. He said because there's 4 minutes straight of his video that plays, and he said that you wouldn't know it was my video up until he said that you wouldn't know it was you wouldn't know that it was Akumu's video up until he commentates. First off, that's a really fucking retarded statement. When people click on my video, they're gonna notice, oh shit, one's 14 minutes long, the other's 39 minutes. That's almost 40 minutes. That's like
you can make
minutes and 37 seconds.
No, you can make the exact same point about like any type of commentator, especially those that just jump you in without giving the context of the situation. Like you can pretty much make the same point. Like if you took a clip from either one of me or Joe's commentaries, oh my god, you can't tell this is the target's video until they interject. It's almost like the interjection is like where they add the point. Like, okay, so to put it in a layman's terms, like, yes, did the 4 minute thing go on a little long? Yeah, I would have sped it up personally. Sped the clip up to around 1.25 speed. To the point where it's still audible, but like it's not as long. I can side with Kai in the sense of yes, the clip was played too long, but I don't think it was an infringement on his copyright because Akumu got back to most, if not all, of the points made there, be it in his longest fuck final thoughts, or his, like...
Was it really a final thoughts, though, as much as it was just adding on to the situation?
Probably.
Well, here's the problem. He says that in his video, which is linked down below, I cannot stress this enough. I would recommend going to watch that simply because it will provide you context here. Because I don't know if we're gonna play it here, simply because of his copyright striking happy free spree. I'll think about it, even with you editing it light, I don't know if I want to take that risk and get a second fucking strike because he's copyright strike happy, and then he's saying that other people should try and copyright strike me. Which, by the way, if you guys didn't see the other video, I will be making a second YouTube channel just in case that fucking happens.
Hang on. I can actually let me see. I won't play any of the video. I'll just show it as a singular still image to see if you think it's gonna be enough. So hang on, window. Is it on there? Shit, no. Okay, oh wait, no, it was.
Fucking
okay.
stream something that's not, because I don't want to. Don't play it. Like, don't play the video itself.
Because of how
really
trigger
don't need
happy
him
he
fucking
is, I
striking.
don't think it would be a good idea. No.
All right.
Welcome, guys.
All right. Steam. No. Yeah,
No,
none
but
of this
in
is.
the video. He said in the video that what was it? What was I talking about? It was at one point in the video he was trying to say that because of the 4 minutes, right? Because there's like a swath of 4 minutes of his video played. No fucking shit, because you're making a point those 4 minutes. Like, do you want me to cut you off? So the problem is when it comes to these kind of people, when it comes to these kind of fucking people, you have to either, there's almost a no win-win, because it's a lose-lose, actually. That's what I mean to say. It's a lose-lose, because if you don't let them finish what they're saying, you are cutting them off and not letting them finish their point. People did this with my Ponder video when I responded to Ponder and said that I wasn't letting them finish. And several other my commentaries. Or if you leave parts out that's irrelevant, right? They'll say that what was it? Oh yeah, they'll say you're cutting out context. You're cutting out context. So it's a lose-lose with these people. You're not ever gonna win with them, because you do the full video, they're gonna copyright strike you. Or if you use a little bit of it and you leave out certain things that are irrelevant, right then and there, what's going to happen is they're going to say that you're cutting context. Or if you don't let them finish what they're saying, supposedly, they'll say that you are interjecting and not letting them finish the point. So there is no winning when it comes to the art CC people often. But what I'm glad, I don't really like the community, but I have to, if I'm going to try and be as fair as possible, I have to congratulate them on the fact that they're being consistent as fuck. Like, this is not something. What's up?
By the way,
I really don't want to risk it. I don't want to fucking. Oh, my controversial opinion. Kai is like that. Minorities who cried for wanting representation for his people, but never gets off his ass to make representation for black people or other minorities. Yeah, no, I would agree with that. He does a pretty shit tier job of just in general, like, arguing. And this is like one of my biggest criticisms towards him.
Hang on. I have an idea for how we could at least try to address the points. Instead of like playing Kai's thing properly, I can listen, paraphrase the point, and then
we'll do that a little bit. I do want to talk about the comments. I will stream the comments on here simply because...
Do you own the copyright to these comments, Akumu? Do you own the copyright to these words on your screen? I'm going to report you.
At least I own the copyright to my asshole. Unlike
you're gonna get me fucking banned. You are going to get me banned. All right. Let's see here. Oh, there's nothing. Kai hasn't responded. All right. Yeah, Omni is comforting right here. Omni is stroking his cheek and calming him down, guys. That's all. All right. Let's see.
He doesn't own his cheek anymore either. It's all Omni.
Here's the problem. Okay. I'm wondering if I can stream this properly. Yeah, I think I can. Fuck. Hold on. Let me close that Discord.
Who is like launching a kamikaze bomb?
Yeah. Why? What's going on back there? What's going on? Like, I hear a rocket. Is there like a rocket going off? Are you a domestic terrorist?
You might have. The gain on your microphone is pretty big.
No. I didn't think you could hear my washing machine all the way over here.
It sounded like a rocket. It sounded like you were testing out a rocket.
Oh, Sen's in the chat.
Akumu. Yeah,
Is
no,
this
it's not
better?
an apology, and it's a very poor video because he says everything he said on Twitter, and the problem with it is, even though, like, you can tell that none of his fans know about the situation at all, like, because barely anyone follows him on Twitter, right? And his audience is mostly on YouTube. They have not seen Harley's video. There's just no fucking way.
Hang
So
on.
they're unaware of the situation. So his video is sort of what's breaking them into the fucking currently Akumu.
Kamu.
Alright, yeah.
Let's talk about the comments.
This better, guys.
Yeah, it's fine.
A little bit, yeah.
Alright, there we go.
All right, let me.
God, there he is.
I want to talk about his comments. All right, let's see here. Let me reload it. I want to reload it, but I also don't want to play his video. Hold on.
Just saying by Kai's reasoning, discount.
There we go.
As a justice strike, your calm. That means every.
Just saying Kai's reasoning is court as a justice strike, striking your calm. That means nearly every commentator would be screwed and have a strike down. So what is the humming in the background? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Like, that's something going on.
That was in my background. I took care of it.
All right, just saying. Okay, yeah, no, Rimbo, I gotta agree with you there. And what I find fascinating is he's trying to frame it, the community, as though they're like defending me. They're just defending my right as a content creator. They're not defending me rating his stream. They're not defending me making fun of him on Twitter. Like, and in fact, you can check on Twitter. You can check on Harley's video. You can check in the comment section of Harley's video. The general consensus is, yeah, okay, Akumu's either an asshole, a piece of shit, a prick. I agree. Or all these other things, or, just a terrible person. But that doesn't give Kai the right to false flag. That's what's going on here. But because Kai has to be a victim, our precious princess here, he's got to be a victim to his audience. He has to be. So he's trying to make it seem as though the community is defending me, making fun of him. Oh, yeah, exactly, perfectly put. And I got dozens of screenshots, but that's coming out for its own video. And let's think about this, right? His argument is he wants me to leave him alone, but he's going to strike me. Ultimately, that's going to lead to, I don't know how he didn't think about this either. This really puts into question Kai's intelligence, which he's very insecure about. I mean, he brought it up how many times? 4 or 5 times in his video on me. So if you're wanting someone to leave you alone, right, and you're wanting something to sort of be a dead topic, right, let's think about that. Are you going to then copyright strike them? And, like, I don't know how he didn't know that this was going to be a big deal. It was bound to be a big deal. Now, did I think that the community was going to be okay with him false copyright striking it? At first I did, yeah, but mod godsend. I'll figure out some mods at some point for the channel, because at some point, hopefully we can get the fucking community tab. That's really my milestone now, so I can
it's even easier to get it now. You only need 500.
Yeah, I wanted the 1K though, because like 1K, that's like a decent. I'm okay with that. I'm not too greedy about subscriber size. That's why I don't tell people to subscribe or some shit, because I don't really give a fuck. But I wanted the 1K and my fucking community tab. But now when I reach 500, that's when I get the fucking community tab. That being said, though, I think that it's astonishing that he didn't realize that he didn't think about it, at least, that it was going to blow up in his face. And like I said earlier, right, there's only 2 ways that the whole Barney situation could have happened, because he did it a minute after he made that comment, that response. I'll say hi in my own way.
Here's what I think.
Princess.
Like, here's what I think. I think Kai Weiss is genuinely like, well, this bit's kind of a no duh. But I don't think Kai is arguing in good faith. But what I think actually happened is I think Kai he made an impulsive decision, because we know he does that a lot. But instead of the previous times where he just removes the impulsive decision, because this shit is public and because this shit is like massively like blown up in his face. Yeah. And like, I think Kai does have a bit of a problem with it, because like, he does have a bit of a problem with accepting when he's wrong, especially when the rest of the internet is against him. He seems to have this thing where if no one's against him, he's in the right. But if everyone's against him, then he's in the wrong. Like, then he's in the right even. And if no one's against him, he's in the wrong. It's weird, but I think Kai has
the victim mentality, though.
Yeah,
I think that's
like,
what it is. I think.
Yeah, feels like
I think that it's stuck with him, if that makes sense. Like that's just at this point, no matter what happens to him, right? No matter if the community kisses ass to him, no matter anything, no matter if people fucking bow down and start lapping away, right? It at the end of the day, he's gonna find some way to fucking frame himself a victim. Oh man, the community's sucking my dick, but they're not doing it right, guys. They're not fucking doing it right. Okay, this is not okay. You got to do it better. And at this point, when it comes to people like this, pleasing them is just it's pretty much impossible. It's pretty much fucking impossible. And I agree with you, Light. I agree with you with the whole impulsive thing. And then he thinks that I'm going to give him my fucking personal information. You know, he's like, go on, Akumu. If you know you're in the right here, you're that confident, you know?
Like, the thing is, right?
Fucking counter to it. Like, what?
Like, the thing is, I am, like, the reason that the impulsivity excuse doesn't really work is because, like, he's decided that he's not going to retract the strike, and he's decided to continue dying on this really weird hill. Like,
I'm racist. Fucking perfect.
That is great. But, like, I'm also extremely impulsive. I think everybody who is my friend knows that I do dumb shit all the time out of impulse. Like, what is it? The other day, I just deleted most of my accounts out of impulse. Like, and I'll admit that. I'll admit I made a dumb decision out of impulse. That's the difference. I'm willing to admit I was a dumbass. And Kai normally does it, so I don't get what's wrong here, unless it wasn't an impulse decision and was made out of malice.
Well, all right, let's lay it out here. The two possibilities we have is he responded to, like, okay, look, he's saying that YouTube notified him, right? Now, if that's the case, and YouTube, all right, here's the problem. When YouTube says something is copyright infringement, and it's 100% guaranteed copyright infringement, it doesn't just notify the person. It's going to take down the video, right? It did notify him that his video was in mine, but it didn't say this is copyright infringement. It just notified him of it.
I mean, even if it did, I'd like to argue, like, and I'm going to argue it here in one big chunk and not several tweets so that Kai can't take one sentence and use it to try and demonize my entire argument here, is that even if it did say that you that you had infringed his copyright, I'd like to bring up that Content ID is not a reliable source, because while yes, it can pick up similarities to your video, it can never pick up on why it's used. In fact, as an example, Kai's whole point for why you're in the wrong is
it's literally a scanner, isn't it? Like, it just scans what's in the video.
Yeah.
So it's not, it doesn't actually determine, and it doesn't know why really what's happening. And when it comes to reaction commentary, he says, oh, it's not transformative. All right, the problem with the whole it's not transformative argument, right, is if you compare my video to his, you're going to notice a fat difference when you look at it. First off, thumbnails are different. Second off, the length. One's 14 minutes, the other one's 39 minutes, right? So you're not, his original video doesn't have my gameplay. It doesn't have my music that Nil made. Shout out to Nil. Go check him out. It's some fucking fire shit. But still, that being said, it doesn't have my audio. It doesn't have the music. It doesn't have the screenshots that I put in there. All of that is something I added to his original video. That's why it's called a reactionary commentary.
Yeah. Akumu, if he wants to take the argument of, oh, you used everything except 1 minute of my content, I'm going to use my video on Kamen Rider as an example. I skipped 41 seconds here, 16 here, that's 58 seconds total. I skipped 49 there, so what's that now? 1 minute 30, no, 1 minute 45. I'm kind of not keeping this in my head. An additional 10 minutes, so 55, 10 seconds even, 2 minutes 25. That's all I left out. I used the rest of the 13 minutes and 51 second video. And by Kai's logic, that's not fair use, despite everything I left in there contributing to a point. By Kai's logic, that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, I get you're right. You're right. And that's really the problem with this situation is not only does this set, here's what's going to happen. This is going to set a precedent where when something actually happens, right, and he gets into another drama, he's bound to at this point. When he gets into another situation, and someone abuses copyright on him, he's going to fucking flip his shit. And the community, is going to bring up him abusing it on me. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And then he's going to, pretend that, let me guess, facts don't care about your feelings. All right, Microsofty. You know what? Actually, are you a Kai fan? Are you a Kai fan? I want you to make an argument. I'd actually love to have Kai on, or even some of his fans. So if you can make an argument for us as to why his video is fair use, we will address it. If you can do that, I would fucking love to do that. I'd love that. That'd be great.
You're gonna have to explain it. Like,
yeah.
The problem is that a lot of people would fall under, copyright striking. Though in the community,
I would like one of his
go
fans
by
to come
Kai's
on here and
logic.
provide an argument. I really would. And a lot of them on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen this, Joe or Light. There was one that I was arguing with on Twitter, right? And so they had to admit that, yeah, Kai used 8 minutes and 23 seconds of Sin's 8-minute and 40-second video. They had to admit to that, right? But then they were like, oh, well, but everything, Sin said was bullshit. Kai, on the other hand, but that's subjective. That's not the point. You're
sounds
admitting,
like a bias.
Yeah, you're straight up using bias to say that he can do something and I can't do something based on creator rights. And that's just not how the platform works.
Yo, Japanese name for nightmare. Microsofty wants to join.
Maybe. I might let people on. I don't want to drag the stream too out there if people aren't entertained. But the comments are like absolutely. You know what? Actually, yeah. I think I can stream the comments. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm going to copyright strike you because you don't own the words on the screen. Get fucked, forehead. You don't own the words on the screen, so I'm going to copyright strike you. Do you own that picture of Truth you're using as a profile picture? Fucking nasty. Man. And I don't own the picture of Kakashi I'm using.
Window. Hold up.
We're dirty copyright lawbreakers, Akumu.
Why is it not showing the other window? That is very odd. I don't know why it's not doing that. It won't let me pull it up. Yeah, it's not. It won't let me actually pull up that
Akumu stream run work or hello eat your butthole.
What the fuck? There we go. It should be popping up. Can you guys see it? Can everyone see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right.
Oh my god, that ratio.
Yeah. So, and I watched the full fucking video, so he can't say that, which he tried to fucking pull this argument on Twitter. Again, guys, go to his Twitter, go to mine before he deletes it, as usual, because he's always fucking trying to hide something he says. Like, he tried to delete the punishment tweets. Oh, I was trying to punish you, but basically, he tried to say that Harley didn't have my fucking video, my original video, even though I gave it to him. And he tried to say that he didn't have it because of the Chrome tab looking different. Because he always makes these like really shitty arguments when he's stuck at something. And his video was exactly that. Like, first off, it's not an apology, which is fine. I didn't expect him to apologize. Honestly, I said this on Twitter, and I'll say it fucking here. Even if his channel does get banned, even because he put himself at risk, that's on him. So he's not gonna apologize even when this channel gets banned, right? And I will admit, if I turn out to be wrong, and he ends up getting banned, and I turn out to be wrong, and he apologizes, and donates the money, I'll fucking admit that I was wrong, right? But simply from the fact that he's just that much of an inconsistent fucking person, I don't fucking see that happening. What he's gonna try and do is say that there's some bullshit fuckery, or that YouTube's racist. Like, I wouldn't be fucking surprised if he tried that. YouTube's racist for banning me for breaking the rules. But with the comments, he says, laughing my fucking ass off, fuck apologizing. I'd appreciate a like because I know people will view this video and not listen to a single thing. I'm tired. Well, everything you brought to this is just the same thing you said on Twitter. Sorry, this video sucks so much. I really didn't like. Listen, regardless of the editing, the video sucks either way. Like, even if you take out the editing factor and you look at it from simply just his points perspective, it's baked ass. And I told him this on Twitter, and he responded, I said in the something like I said in the comments that, it wasn't a good edited video. I rushed together. I was like, I said without editing included, excluding the editing fact of the video, it's still baked ass. Akumu is a clown. He literally calls people autistic as an insult and still tries to take the moral high ground. Where have I taken the moral high ground? In fact, I've specifically told people that the morals have nothing to do with the logistics and legalities of this. That's why there's some people that point out that there's moral differences and legal differences, and sometimes morality and legality don't line up. And this entire time I've literally told people, and even Harley himself, like, where's this moral high ground at? I never once said that I was morally superior or anything like that, but what the fuck ever. He's not a clown. He's the entire circus. Look in the mirror. I'm liking that. People need to stop saying you committed a crime, even if it's a false strike, which they need to need a better job of proving. Someone clearly hasn't seen Harley's video. They need to prove you did it with a fraudulent intent. Okay, we have a screenshot of him. All right, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that fraudulent intent. So if we look back at the Barney comment, he says YouTube notified him. Now, it says that it was manually detected, right? It said it was manually detected and the strike went through at 2:43. Not 2. What was it? Hold on. Let me make sure I get the screenshots right. You guys still there? Am I still live? Everything working?
Yeah, everything's working just fine,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Let me check the chat. Okay. Let me go back to this, right? So we have when he said that to Barney, right? So there's two situations. Either YouTube notified him when my video first uploaded, right? Which was a few days before the Barney comment, and he didn't take it down because he knew that when it notified him, it wasn't infringing his copyright. Otherwise, why didn't he take it down immediately if it actually notified him? So that leaves the question. If it was copyright infringement, why didn't he take it down immediately if YouTube notified him of it when my video came out? And he can't say that, oh, it didn't notify me immediately, because when he said that when Sleepyhead re-uploaded my video, it immediately notified him. So he can't make that argument either. So he's either in a position where he has to admit that he knew it wasn't copyright infringement when he got notified, but then when Barney made that comment, he got in his feels. Which, don't worry, Kai, I miss you too. Don't worry, I miss you too. We should set up a date sometime. That being said, either he was in his feels and impulsively took it down, or he never got notified and still took it down. So it's those two situations. And that's so how is that not fraudulent? But whatever.
Look, the thing is, right, the only way you can point it out, like, I want to point out, how else can the "I'll say hi in my own way" comment be taken before the strike occurred? Like, you can strike, like, the only thing we can take from that, if Kai had done literally anything else, like, say if Akumu got dislike bombed or something, or Kai made a video response, but no, the thing that happened is he's been striked, and the only thing that Kai's done since...
Look at the rest of the comment. Right? They said, considering it was YouTube who informed you about the video, and the fact that you acted based on that, it's virtually impossible to prove fraudulent intent. But here's the problem with that. By their own argument, if it notified him, right, and he acted based on that, why did he wait until after, literally a minute after the Barney comment to do it? He waited a minute after the Barney comment to do it. So if he acted based on that, he still loses there because he didn't act on it. He acted later when someone made a comment that hurt his feels. Not liking Akumu is not enough proof in the eyes of the law, and so everyone calling this a crime are very mistaken. First, okay, and here's the problem. You see, these people don't know what they're talking about. Again, when you file a copyright takedown, you are under legal oath. It tells you that multiple times, right? So when you file a copyright takedown, not only can you possibly be fucking with someone's income, and potentially have them lose money, but you're under oath, right? And if you lie under oath, that is something called perjury. And the punishment for that, I think, I don't know. I can't speak on the punishment for that. I just know that it's perjury when you lie under oath. So, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to, I don't know what you can get punished for that. I just know that it's perjury.
Didn't Panda literally call this guy out and use... I want to address this one because I remember this one. Without commentary. Without commentary. Those are the two key words here. Yes, Panda did call him out for using way too much of Nani's interview, But the thing is, Akumu wasn't using that to commentate. He was just using it to set up the timeline. That was the problem. He didn't
Also,
really...
notice I asked permission for the end. I actually contacted Nani and I asked permission for it too. So, and that's the problem with Ponder's video is I don't, from what I can recall, she doesn't include the fact that I actually messaged Nani on fucking Instagram and asked her permission to use it. And then Nani commented on the video and she said, "Oh, I didn't know you used this much. Could you please link me?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." But here's the problem though. Nani's video wasn't directed at me, nor was my video a commentary on Nani's video. So that's why Ponder was able to call me out on that, because Nani's video wasn't on me. It was strictly about that drama, and I was using it as an as examples for certain points. And I wasn't doing a commentary on that video. It was simply an example. So that's why that situation is not comparable to this situation, but people are bringing it up. And there's someone else that brings that up too.
I like how we're
been
still
called-
using
Yep, here
the
it is.
damn drama, though.
Oh, yeah,
You know.
that was 2 years ago. And no. Someone in Harley's comment section claimed that I tried to dox Lemurs. First off, Kai is the original Kai, D'Angelo Wallace, the original, not the cheap knockoff. He made a tweet trying to suggest that I was going to dox Lemurs, and he deleted it after a little bit. So this idea that I tried to dox Lemurs, that originated from D'Angelo. He's hushed up about it, by the way. Like ever since I brought it up to him, he shuts the fuck up immediately. Like he doesn't address it because he knew that he fucked up. He deleted the tweet, and I can probably find it. I'll put it in the video that I'm working on in the series, because I'm really tired of this same fucking argument. You tried to dox Lemurs, that never fucking happened. I got information from
Like,
Jay.
the thing is, I'm going to bring this up because I know this will come up, is that, like, people will say Harley, quote, sided with Akumu, but you can agree with 1, 2, 3, 4, hell, you can agree with a dozen things a person says and still disagree with the majority of their actions. Like, I personally think Jar is air, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't make points that I can agree to. I can agree to quite a good number of his points, despite the fact that I find myself disagreeing with a lot of others. As that's just an example.
When he barely made his video transformative to yours. And the problem with this is they're saying that's not transformative. I added double than the length of his original video. That's far more transformative. In fact, that's more transformative than his fucking what's it called? My video is more transformative than his Sin video was.
In fact, if you want to go to the argument of, like, transformation and how, like, here's the thing, right? Kai argued that you should have edited the clips, and not only did you put a VHS
made him
effect,
float.
but, like, second of all the floating actually does is avoid content ID. So I'll take a small tangent to explain this. So content ID is mostly used by anime studios or other YouTube things. Matt Star Media was infamous for it at one time because he would he striked totally an mark for making a parody at some point. Like, Matt Star Media was infamous for it. You see, content ID looks for content that uses your work and then identifies it. But content ID's biggest weak point is that it's a scanner. The scanner is going to pick up false info, and the scanner is also going to miss things like, you know...
Oh, and one of his... Did you see his video, by the way? Did you watch it?
Which one? I've seen both.
The response, because in the response, his evidence, right, for the whole content ID thing, he has a little message that pops up, and it says, 3 frames from my video pop up in it. Yeah, no fucking shit, because it was looking for that. The scanner is meant to find... It detects it, and then it looks at the rest of the video to figure out how much of that video is in it. So yeah, your frames are going to pop up. It's a response to your video. Just as frames of Sin's video pop up in your fucking video. Just because you make it float doesn't mean it's no longer Sin's content.
But yeah, I can actually explain why the float might have, Kai might think it's. Because we got into it on Twitter, and Kai genuinely thinks this is an argument, so I'm going to dismantle this here and now. Kai suggested that the little float and the changing size is all Akumu needed to do to avoid getting copyright struck by Kai. But the thing is, just because you size it down, just because you size a video down in size, that's how you avoid a content ID, but that doesn't make it fair use. As an example, if Kai's little float tactic really made it fair use, I could make Kai's video float, post it on YouTube in its entirety, and it would be fair use under
that logic of avoiding content ID equals an immediate freedom. But the thing is, no, that's not how it works. Content ID is a shit system that doesn't really work. All it does is identify you of like full re-uploads that you can take down. That's about it. But all that we can do in terms of actually judging copyright, instead of using content ID, we need to judge what you actually put in your video. So things like the points you made, the criticisms. There was one clip, a total of one clip that everybody uses as an example, because it was the one clip in the video that was dragged out. The one clip, and you came back to everything said there, so you arguably needed every point made.
Okay, Emmy. So I can't really, I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to fuck anything up, really. But things are somewhat happening behind the scenes with YouTube because we're trying to get into contact with YouTube, and there are people that are, and that I know of that are, and then there is what I'm trying to do is get in contact with them without giving this fucker my docs. Like, it's not happening because if you look at any YouTuber, right, that's typically ends up getting doxxed, it's usually because they get into some kind of legal situation, right? And I mean, back in the this happened to even the quartering, like I think 2020 or early 2021, one of the two. But there was this guy going around copyright striking videos falsely, abusing the system, and then taking the info, because to rebuttal the claim, you have to give your info. And when you give up that info, YouTube gets it, and the other person that made the claim to begin with can get it. So the moment that fucking happens, their info just gets out there. And that's how a lot of people, if you finish reading all these comments, is clear to everything. If you don't know, if you see Kai Weiss post in the community tab and comment about it, oh, that'll be beautiful. We'll check that out. Thank you a lot. I'll be sure to check that out.
Not to say that Kai is really completely malicious, but safety precautions and shit.
Asuka, yeah, I don't think the problem is he's too impulsive. Like, I'm not gonna trust someone that's immediate fucking. He's shown like repeatedly to be an impulsive fucking crybaby. He took his relationship problems, private relationship at the time, straight to fucking Twitter. Straight to Twitter. He didn't message any fucking friends. He didn't do any of that. He went straight to fucking Twitter. And maybe he did, but why would you take it to Twitter when you've got friends to vent to? Like, it's so fucking stupid. His constant fucking twit loggers, whatever. Like, constantly just extremely insecure, extremely fucking impulsive. And it's impulsive to such a degree where he has to delete his tweets to backtrack. So I'm not going to give someone like that my fucking private information just because he wants to try and egg me on to do it. So do I think he's going to dox me? I've got no evidence for that. I want to make sure that's clear before he tries to, Akumu's he's saying I'm going to dox him. No, I'm saying that you're so fucking impulsive that I don't trust you with that information. I don't. And if I
want to further add that there's actually no problem whatsoever with not wanting a stranger, even if you trust them to not share the information. You can still just be uncomfortable with the idea of a stranger like Kai having that information on you. It is as simple as that. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to have your information.
Yeah, and a lot of YouTubers, their info ends up on the farms. What happens is, even though the YouTuber has like a good idea of who did it, they've got no fucking evidence. And so I'm not giving him my information. It's just not fucking happening. He can try this fucking shit, but no, we're doing this the other way around. I'm not going to give him my info just to deal with that possibility of fucking happening. It's just not, it's not, no.
It's also worth noting that YouTube's policies are not exactly known to be the exact best. A bigger YouTuber tends to get more support than a smaller one because the bigger one makes them more money. So they're going to have an instant bias towards Kai in general.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Also, and this is another problem with his brain dead fucking fan base. Asuka pulled a reaction channel. I pulled what Kai did. You can watch my video and then you can watch Kai's responses to any fucking one. Look at his long ass hour one. You can look at that and you can look at my videos. Literally, he's a better editor than me. I don't know. Yeah, he was insecure about his editing. And I was like, the fuck? No, you edit better than I do. But at the end of the day, we make the same kind of content. We just go about it differently because I'm less autistic. That being said, The problem here is, right, so it hates them, that the thing that literally every creator hates them for to do, re-upload people's whole videos and add next to nothing. I added more than half of his video. More than half of his video. We hated Lily Jean for it, and we hated it when it was done to animators. There's a difference between showing clips for context and adding it to afterwards versus uploading whole minutes at a time with nothing in between. You and your own here's what's funny, right? His whole clip is because I had 4 minutes of swath, as they call it, right? He had 3 minutes and some change of swath in his at the end of his video on Sin, from Sin's video, and he used 8 minutes and 23 seconds out of that video. So he's like, no matter which way you look at this, he's a fucking hypocrite.
Also, the method of debunking what John Swan said is that he has no credibility whatsoever, which is just great. Discredit the person.
Okay, what happened with John Swan is, yeah, he pulled the shit with Dream, but the shit with Dream has nothing to do with his credibility as someone that is widely known to deal with copyright shit. That it's actually completely separate. That situation had nothing to do with copyright. That situation had to do with John Swan fabricating a story to get out of a situation because he was worried that it was going to blow up. That's what happened. It had nothing to do with his credibility as someone regarding copyright. It had nothing to do with it. So to say
I just think it's straight fucking irrelevant at this point. Like, why does it fucking matter? Like the whole.
Well, it's because they're grasping at straws. They need anything that they can.
So like they bring up with the whole Madame situation where it's completely unnecessary, but we'll just throw it in anyway, which is just demonizing the argument and
his audience is not racist, though. There's just no way they're racist. There's no way. All right, suggesting that YouTube warned you.
It's just racial prejudice.
It's just racial prejudice, guys. And even he admitted on what was it? He admitted on Twitter that he's got a hate boner for the Caucasians. Finally. I really hope things get better for you as everyone else. This is just devastating. Yeah, I gotta agree. It's devastating to see it boggles me that people are jumping to a racist defense. Where the fuck is my racism? Like, where the fuck is it? Someone who's being racist and hides, but it's just dark humor. Literally, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, here we go. Nobody's defending Akumu. Many people hate Akumu, who still got on Kai's ass for his actions. And if Kai really cared about the video not being transformative, then why did he tell Akumu that he could just re-upload it if he wanted? This just doesn't make any sense. Not to mention, he clearly laid out his intentions. He only wanted petty revenge against Akumu. Copyright wasn't his actual concern. Akumu literally said himself he will re-upload the video with less of my video. That's why I said that. Here's the tweet. Copyright was my concern, but I'm glad the strike landed as well because I don't like that nigga for a good reason. Laughing my fucking ass off. What? Okay, what is this tweet supposed to tell me? By the way, your tweet where you give him permission to make a re-upload didn't indicate in the slightest that you were referring to Akumu's tweet. What would have been a preferable explanation is your smug-ass tweet about this strike got Akumu real good, and why you reveled in them so much. Why would somebody whose main concern was copyright gloat so much about striking somebody who deserved it? Oh, this was 3 seconds ago. I guess he's no longer sucking at the teat. He's no longer sucking at the teat, guys. He's typing away. I'll check Twitter in a second. I gloat about it because I don't fucking like him. That's why. And I don't have to refer to the tweet because if you're able to get at me for doing it, you should be able to look at what Akumu said on the matter. And I have no issue removing comments that just hate. They're not here to watch. Okay, this is another standard that I hope that people call him out on because I removed a few comments. Just a few comments regarding any like the criteria back in the day, late 2019, early 2020 was, oh, if it lied about me, right? Now, if it lies about me, I don't give a fuck. I'll make fun of it or I'll leave it up, right? But that was the criteria. But everyone got on my ass for it. You guys remember that?
Sorry, what?
Everyone got on my ass regarding the fucking... Did I lag out?
No, you didn't lag out. I just had to fucking mute.
Okay, yeah. But everyone got on my ass regarding deleting comments. This dude actually openly admits to it, but no one fucking talks about that. Very few people do. But I had to deal with people bringing that up even when I quit. The only person that called me out when I was doing it was James. But other than that, like, after that, it was like people keep bringing it up, even though I don't do it. Guess that explains why his video. Guess that explains why his video responses be long as hell. No, it's because. Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah, this guy has had an infamous hate boner for me. I know you, dude. I know you. You can actually find him in a lot of my videos, like comment sections. And he ended up blocking me on Twitter too. And I tried to reach out to him on Discord, and I tried to get him to hop on stream, but he didn't budge. But you know what? We're gonna take a look at him in a second. Whoa, there's a lot of context that needs to be. What celestial fuck is going on? And move on to be better. People are getting pissed that Kai struck down a video where Akumu, he basically just uploaded a clip of Kai's video with basically no commentary. What? What the fuck? There is.
You had a minute, like,
minutes.
No, you had like a minute and a half point immediately after playing the clip. I don't get the you didn't add anything point because it's just confusing. Like, guys, you do realize that.
And that's not to take away the fact that Akumu did commentate, but the video is so poorly made that there are so long swaths of unedited clips that it clearly infringes my copyright. Again, fuck that. What the fuck is happening?
Sorry about that. More noise on my end.
It just be like that sometimes. Anyhow.
Oh fuck!
Why is there why is there a conversation on Islam in the chat?
I don't know. But oh my god, I don't care that she's a Muslim. I really don't.
Omnia violated the Quran a lot.
I don't know why you guys keep bringing that up. I don't necessarily think it's like
it's not relevant. Like, yeah, she's a Muslim and he's a Christian. Well, he's a shitty one at that. But that being said, that's irrelevant.
I
hate to break it to everyone, but reverency is not very common nowadays. And almost irrelevant. Hello, Prince. How are you?
No, his video is his response to the whole thing is it's not it's not false because YouTube detected it, which is one of the worst arguments you can use. Then he brings up me rating his stream, which again, no one has denied. Not a single fucking person has denied rating his stream. In fact, I admitted to it on Twitter. And hardly even fucking acknowledged that. So this idea, and he's intentionally doing it. This is how you know that he's like fucking framing it, because he's intentionally making it seem as though people are ignoring the fact that I rated his stream. Hardly knows that I rated his stream. He discussed it on Twitter because they told him, like, yeah, I rated his fucking stream. That has nothing to do with my rights as a content creator. Like, in fact, all the people that are quote defending me aren't defending me. They're defending my rights as a content creator. That's all they're doing.
Harley legit, like, wasn't one of his points literally that he didn't like you either?
Yes. No, me and Harley me and Harley have butted heads before. We quite literally have. In fact, over copyright. And Harley learned about copyright after that situation. We butted heads there. And then there's people in Harley, and even Harley's fucking comment section, either bringing up the Slimer shit or suggesting that I was going to use Harley as a fucking shield for morals. Like, okay, I'm going to say this here and now. So, and I'll probably have to say this again later. I don't give a fuck whether people like what I do or not. I don't need to use anyone as a shield. I don't need I don't need excuses. So I wouldn't even need to use Harley as a shield because I don't give a fuck. I don't care enough to use Harley as a shield for me rating a stream or making fun of Kai and calling him a pathetic loser. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to speak my mind. I don't need him to be a shield. Never have, never will. I haven't used anyone as a shield for that shit. Because I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Kai does have a black and white mindset, which is fucking ironic because he was talking about the community having that. You know, there's a lack of nuance to the community. But he's like...
Kai's racism accusation literally removed any and all nuance from this, to be honest. Like, he cannot...
He rushed to that immediately. That's how you know that it's in his arsenal. And even his fans were like... That's why he lost a couple of followers. And even his fans pointed out that, okay, you're saying that you don't use the race card, but then your immediate fucking accusation was to say microaggressions to Harley. And then that's all his fan base has. You're going to notice that is his fan base has no evidence for my supposed racism. None.
I've noticed that a lot of the fans focus more on like, and I don't know if this is a problem with Kai himself. I've not watched enough of his content and not seen enough of him on Twitter, but a lot of the people in this audience, at least, I've noticed, argue by means of discrediting. Which, by the way, if I can go on another side tangent,
what does Malcolm X have to do with this?
Is like, if I can go on another side tangent, I hate it when people do that because it genuinely change. Like the argument doesn't change depending on who said it. Like Kero the Wolf could say zoophilia is bad and he'd still be right.
Oh shit. I'm gonna put this up. Okay, community. I don't even like Johnson, but even he knows what I did is an abuse of the system. Harley literally tried spearheading a campaign to take down my channel for a claim he can't prove is fair use. If he owned the content he was striking, it's a gray area. YouTube probably won't step in here. I've seen them step in with clearly false strikes before, and since this is a content on a creator on creator, I could see an investigation take place. As YouTube says, when you place a strike, abuse of the system can result in a channel suspension. I wonder what they'll do, and who knows. Generally, abuse means that you don't own the content you're striking. YouTube can't rule on individual cases of fair use, and if Kai can make a convincing argument for striking it, then it can't be bad faith in essence, and YouTube can't do anything. The best thing you can do is apply /public pressure to Kai and attempt to remove the strike via legal response by the action of counter notification.
That's not agreeing that your video wasn't fair use. That's saying that YouTube likely isn't going to step in to do anything about it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Even if YouTube doesn't step in, people aren't going to let this go on his part. Like now his audience realizes how he is. People are not going to not talk about it. So he's stuck in this position where people aren't going to let it go. People are going to talk about it, and this is going to be stuck on him. And what's going to happen is, because he's now set this precedent, now where you can false copyright strike this kind of stuff. And what's going to happen is someone's going to do it to him. He's going to bitch, moan, and whine, and he's and try and call it out, and no one's going to give a fuck. That's what's going to happen. At first, no one's going to give a fuck simply because he set that precedent where now people can copyright strike him for responding to them. Which Sen could even do that by his own argument. Sen could even do that. Not saying Sen should, just saying.
You are clearly missing the based point that Kai Weiss used the epic editing skills he has to make Sen's video float. Even though all that does is avoid YouTube's content ID. And that doesn't suddenly make the video fair use. Do you think I've harped on that point enough?
And also the problem is Kai has to make a convincing argument. So the moment we get YouTube's attention, we already have the fact that he says that he was notified. That's the problem. He says that he was notified by YouTube when he did it. But here's the thing. Why didn't he strike it when he was notified? Why did he wait until Barney made a comment and then strike it? That alone shows the malicious intent. That and his punishment tweets that we have screenshotted from several people.
Yeah, I was able to archive quite a few of the punishment tweets on my end.
Oh yeah, he's 100% fucked. So let's look at it. Either way, he ends up getting fucked. Let's look at the hypothetical. Let's say that his channel lasts the month and whatnot. He's gonna get copyright striked by anyone else he gets into drama with, and that he set that precedent for himself, so he can't fucking complain. But he will though. He will complain. He will.
Guys, I made my video float. Was that not enough for you?
Yeah.
No, you gotta cut it down to literally where it's like milliseconds of his content and just respond to that.
Yeah,
that's
and
how
I'm gonna milk the fuck out of this. 100%. Like I told him, it's gonna be the next month or two because I think the strike expires January 2nd. I'm up until January 2nd. It's gonna be a nonstop shit fest. Like there won't only be Kai videos, but I'm gonna dig into him. It's gonna be if he thought the raids were bad and all that shit, it's gonna be a shit fest. So that's his fault. He made it worse for himself on both instances, because not only did he risk his channel, but then he wanted to try and copyright strike my platform. Oh, you're trying to take down my platform. Proceeds to actually try and go at someone's platform. So let's look at it from the sense that, okay, let's say he doesn't get banned. People aren't going to let it go. He already set a precedent so that now he can be false copyright striked, and he'll bitch and complain about it. But at the end of the day, he's just going to be seen as a hypocrite, and people are going to bring it up.
Guys, you guys are copyright striking me. It's because I'm black, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and he doesn't even drop the Hopeless Peaches stuff, right? And that shit people keep bringing up on him. What would happen? The shit that happened with Peaches. So he's effectively added yet another thing that, because people haven't stopped talking about the supposed doxing claims that aren't even true. So with this being true, people aren't gonna fucking let this go. So not only is he permanently made, and it's on his fucking YouTube.
The thing is, right, here's how I see it, is this is like, and you see it with John Swan. The stuff with Dream happened, and then people started talking about Pie Man. Like, once you, like, the way of the commentary community, and this is pretty much every branch of it, is once you do one thing bad, everything you've done is looked at way more critically after that point. Like, once the commentary community actually cares, they're going to start looking at everything else with a lot more scrutiny.
They go full ape shit, basically.
The video's going to go back up. I'm going to make it float just like he did. And if he tries and be like, oh, if he copyright strikes that at that point, then he's going to fuck himself even more. So there we go.
You'll float too.
Yeah. So he's effectively made not only the situation between me and him just way worse, because if he can't handle it now, he's not going to be able to handle it throughout these last 2 months, these 2 months up until January 2nd. And then not only that, but he's made people dislike him even more. He's effectively made it so that people are going to constantly bring this up. He set the precedent now that his videos can be copyright striked. And so it's a lose-lose. So even if his channel does get banned, or even if it doesn't get banned, it's a fucking lose-lose. Sure, he's got his brain-dead fucking fan base drooling away. Ooh, but like, it doesn't.
I mean, commentators don't hate much more than, like, because you can see how bad, like, false copyright strikes tend to do. Like, most commentators, like, it takes a lot for you to get much worse of a rep than a copyright striker. Because even if you are right, trying to silence the opposition is not the way you look right. Kai's strike on you, even though people probably thought he was right, he's going to look wrong just on the basis of him trying to silence you now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Nil's music is in there too. So that's the problem, because not only is there Nil's music, my Mugen gameplay, my audio, my footage added additionally, and he's claiming that it's copyrighted content, it's not transformative. He set that same precedent now that the same thing can happen to him. Do I hope the same thing happens to him? Of course not. Will it? Very likely. He set himself up for failure either way. But I just wanted to talk about this even before the situation really develops as it does throughout this month, because it's going to. But definitely watch Harley's video on it. He explains how it's fair use. I never thought I'd be telling people to go look at a Harley video, but here I am.
Oh, how the times have changed.
Yes. So definitely go check out his video. Other people are going to be making videos on it, and I will, when I can update you guys to the process, because I don't want to give information and then fuck shit up if I'm not actually able to give it. So I'll keep you guys posted on the parts that I can. There's still going to be Kai content coming out and other content too, but definitely Kai content. It's going to be a fucking shit fest. And you know what? Anytime, any fucking time, yeah, I'm going to make his video float. Anytime I use a clip of his, it's going to float, guys. So he can't say that, it's
You'll
not
float too.
like
You'll float too.
Yeah.
It just cuts to the It trailer,
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys up to date. Boys, you guys got any final last words? Any final last words you guys want to get in before we end the stream? Because I don't want to go on.
I don't want to get you banned.
All right, my final words are
I'll say it in the chat.
Floating doesn't make you transformative, but criticism, however, does. That's my last words. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. We know she does. He definitely doesn't wear. First off, okay, this is what I'll say about Omnia and Kai. Their relationship has to be I feel bad for Omnia for the basics of just how Kai is an individual. Extremely immature. Extremely immature. Then there's the fact that his words pretty much mean nothing. He'll say one thing, and then go against what he said, like in that standard that he put out. So she's in a relationship with someone that words have no meaning at that point. And then here's another thing. You see, she said she didn't want to see or talk to me, blocked me, and left it at that. She hasn't unblocked me since. But just to piss him off, I might try and slide the DMs. Not because I'm interested, but just because I want to piss him off. But the thing is she kept me, she's kept me blocked. She has. So she's at least consistent with that. She has some inconsistent issues, but she's at least consistent. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Kai, on the other hand, is not. So I can respect Omnia more than I can respect Kai. That's what I can do. I can respect Omnia a little bit more than I can respect Kai, just on the fact that she's not as inconsistent as he is, and she's not as impulsive. But with that being said, anything from the chat really quickly? Because
I also want to apologize. I wasn't talking too much, but I was working on a thing while I was here.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Kai's a hypocrite and an actual hypocrite at that. Oh, 100%. Hypocrisy is his philosophy. That's his worship. He's not
the definition of irony.
What is that? Hypocrisy. We need to come up with an acronym or like a mixed word. Hypocristian. Or
Prince Hypocrite.
A hypocristian. That's what he is. He's a hypocristian.
A hypocristian.
Oh, hold on. I need to look at the chat. All right. I need to see what we determined here. Was it 1, 2, or 3?
1? I could scroll up.
Yeah. We need to determine that before we hop off. We're gonna call him, the princess of the prince.
Well, I'm gonna need to scroll up through the YouTube chat.
I think it was Prince of Irony. No, Prince of Contradictions. Prince of Hypocrisy, or something like that. I think.
You can just redo it in the server. I see a lot of 2. I saw some 2s, only 1.
Yeah.
So I forgot what 2 was.
Both of them are drama queens. That is true. Hate he has Prince. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's in his fantasy world. He's a prince in his little fantasy bubble, where the Caucasians are not there. His little kingdom of no Caucasians. He's a prince. It helps him cope. Let me
he wants to be a leader of the new world. The one race nation.
Oh my. I'm getting messages. Let's see here. Yeah,
the one race nation of only dumbasses. Not even African American, just specifically dumbasses. They're their own special breed,
Yeah.
Hypocrisy Weiss. He quite prides himself on race. To the point where his name is literally just destroy the whites.
The hypocrisy of Kai Weiss. He is the prince of hypocrisy and contradictions. That's no state of dumbasses. That was a pretty good one. Love the wordplay. Oh yeah, we love wordplay here. We love wordplay. Hypocrisy. Oh my god. That's going to be the title of a video. Controversial opinions. I am stealing that for the title of a video.
I'm copying that and pinning that in our DMs, Akumu. You better remember this.
Yes. Oh yeah, pin it in the DMs. Fucking beautiful hypocrisy of Kai Weiss.
Credit controversial opinions in the description.
100%. Don't worry, you're gonna get credited. Thank you. That is fucking beautiful. I fucking love wordplay. Oh my god.
Fucking beautiful.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Credit them for that title. Yes, and
100% Rimbo. 100%. Oh, I will make a video for the official look because I have like an official like look now done by an artist. And it's also there's gonna be one with the helmet and one without the helmet. But that being said, I'll make a video for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I really did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I got to talk about it, not only with you guys but with them. It was pretty funny. Fucking hypocrisy. That was a really good one.
Hypocrisy gender?
VTuber? No, it's not it's not a VTuber avatar. You know what?
It was 100% a VTuber avatar.
All right. You know what? No, it's not. Don't lie to me. All right. I'll make you guys a deal. If you can spread the video, this video and the previous video, and try and spread Harley's video. But if we can get up to like you know what? If we reach 1K, I'll think about at some point when we reach 1K, I will think about doing a fucking VTuber model. Oh my god.
You should
I don't
want
want
to ask
to,
Akumu about setting that up actually.
Mm-hmm. Because if I want to look in more of those vids, and if you title without credit, I may or not spend the credit in your replies. No. I'm gonna credit VTuber Akumu. Let's go. I'll have to steal Ultron's helmet and slap it on like a custom model.
It just be the way it be.
Yeah.
You think Kai was watching this the whole time? Just
I honestly, if he is, you know what? Maybe he is. I'm willing to bet he's insecure enough. Now, if he is, I would love for him to fucking come on. Honestly, like if he is, I would fucking extend this another 2 hours, even if you wanted to pop off, and I would fucking argue and debate with that guy. I'd love to. It'd be great.
Possibly. He's just a pussy.
Oh, 100%.
The pathology of
not a
Kai
big fan
Weiss.
of your stuff, Akumu, but feel sorry you got striked and was not right. What happened? Catch you later. Yeah, thanks, Rimbo. I know we've had our differences in the past before, but yeah, thanks for standing by me. I appreciate. I'm glad that the community is for once consistent on this. Like people have their differences with me. People fucking hate me, but at the end of the day, those people can be consistent with their standards, and that surprised me. I don't like to have to admit that, but I have to fucking admit that.
Main man Rimbo 64.
I don't think he's here, but if he is, like, I'd fucking love for him to come on. I'd love it.
We be vibing in this house. This house of consistencies.
That or he's typing away on Twitter.
What's this? He lost his shit.
This situation has caused pure and utter fucking chaos. It's beautiful. Like, it's fucking beautiful. And this shit's gonna be on his fucking YouTuber wiki. It's gonna be honestly, I'm surprised he's not on LOL account forums or cute. Chris Hansen. The people who fall strike because someone made a video about them that they didn't like have no backbone. Yeah, that is true.
Chris Hansen with the facts.
Oh yeah.
Anytime, ensure we have differences.
It sucks because there has been some like Porsche, like stupid shit behind the scenes, where people will either like just in general people. I won't name any names, but it sucks because people standing by me, even if they don't like me, it's causing shit with them. Or you know, people trying to say that Jar and Harley are trying to support like me fucking with people. No, they're just supporting my right as a content creator. That's it. That's literally it. And all Jar said was I like dogs or something like that. I like dogs or I like cats.
I like cats.
Yeah, no. I try to stand up against this type of shit. Cause if I don't, right, who the fuck is? Who the fuck is? I'm so glad that the community actually stood up and dealt with it this time, because they haven't been getting away for shit for the longest. I don't really believe in really accountability, but simply what I do believe in is you can call someone out on their bullshit. But when it comes to legality and stuff like that, and he wants to say that I tried to go for his platform. No, he went for my platform, and because of that, now that's on his YouTuber wiki. That's forever attached to him. That's not letting. That's if shit that's not even true regarding me has not let go yet. It's not letting go of him.
I hope nobody can hear the ambulance outside.
I like cats. Wouldn't you? Yeah. Thanks, Rimbo. Thanks. I appreciate that. Hopefully the content can get better. I'm hoping it will. I don't. You guys let me know if you enjoyed that last video. Let's see here. Plus, she was a victim of creep show art, so I feel sorry. Oh, I got tagged in my server. What's this?
Tagged with what? Hypocrisy.
Hold on, Prince. Hold on. We'll talk. We'll go do that in a second. But all right, guys. I'm gonna pop off here, but look out for new content. I'm gonna be changing the YouTube profile picture to the official look as well. And yeah, it was a fun stream. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna try and be more consistent with my uploads as well, because I don't want you guys getting uninterested or bored. I gotta entertain. That's my job. But talk to you guys later.
Subscribe to Akumu, subscribe to Jokun, and subscribe to yourselves. Now fuck off.
Okay. All right.